Make a date with Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei at 6 a.m. from Monday to Saturday on Graphic Online via Facebook and YouTube as he expounds on matters of faith.
I'd like to capture my thoughts this morning with the words, Chariots to Ride. The story of Joseph still fascinates me, and we are still in Genesis chapter 41, which I'll be moving to chapter 42. So we'll try and capture a few thoughts in chapter 41 and chapter 42. And we are taking it from chapter 41, verse 43 onwards. I mean, here is somebody who was yanked from the comfort of his home in Hebron, taken through directives, and then landed at a place of conspiracy in Dothaim, and then landed in Egypt, and then was accused, and not just accused, but he was also thrown into prison. I mean, all sorts of things. Then all of a sudden, one day, maybe you need to always remind yourself and say to yourself, just one day. And all of a sudden, one day, everything turns upside down, and it turns upside down for his favor. Why am I describing it as upside down? Because that was the time God used his pain as a pedestal. God used his prison as a pedestal. God used his pitfall as a pedestal and began to launch him into another era of his life I don't think he ever imagined. He became the prime minister of the whole of Egypt. Now then look at what Pharaoh says in chapter 41, verse 43 onwards. He says, now I want you to ride the chariot. You are going to ride my chariot. My goodness. I mean, you know what that says? It is so powerful. With your feet you can walk. With horses you can run. With chariots, my goodness. And I just came to let you know that there is a time and place where God brings you to the place of divine speed. And not just divine speed, he brings you to divine speed with pomp and pageantry. He gives you speed. Every other person may ride. People may ride donkeys or may ride horses, but for you, you ride the chariots. And God and Pharaoh was saying, look, you're going to ride my chariot. Somebody else is going to drive you. Somebody else is going to ride by your side. You're going to get a guard of honor. My goodness, positions of prominence have now become yours. So you can now imagine Joseph screeching his chariots through the streets, cobblestones of Egypt. This is what God can do. He can turn your mourning into dancing. He can turn your prison into praise. He can turn your sorrow and your discomfort into celebration. That's what I believe he wants to do for you this year. I'm so confident of what God does that he removes our feet from the miry clay, establishes it upon the rock to stay, and not just the rock to stay. He opens doors and places us in positions of prominence that all eyes may see. Here is the same young man, Joseph, languishing in the prison of doldrum and despair. You know, and then languishing in the place where he has been accused, falsely accused. And then he's lying over there. And then all of a sudden, one day, just one day, everything turned around. I believe that God is about to turn things around in your favor. And where they say you can't go, you will go. What they laughed at, what they mocked at, it is now time. The game has changed. Game over. The game has changed in your favor. The game has turned in your favor. You are now on the winning side, and you are now on the powerful winning side with speed. You are now on the powerful winning side with pomp and pageantry. You are now on the powerful winning side where, I mean, everybody cannot help but see that something has changed. May God change your position, and may God bring you divine speed, and may God enlarge your coast in a very powerful way. I'm excited about your prospects. I'm excited about your position, because the God we serve, he knows everything and he sees things, and he has the ability to pick people from the dunghills of despair and place their feet in the palaces and the places of prominence. I believe it with all my heart. You know what? It is your choice to also believe it or not. See you later.
Please visit our website, graphic.com.gh, or follow us on Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube and Twitter at GraphicGH.
Subscribe now.